Hello, and welcome to today's lesson on English is for All program. My name's Joe, and I'm going to be your teacher today. Don't forget that you can pause this video at any time in case you need to stop and review something. And don't forget to write down your questions so that you can share them with us in our online YouTube tutoring sessions, or post in the comments below, and one of our teachers will be happy to answer them for you. Thanks again, and enjoy your lesson. Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at some grammar, in particular, how we might use the present simple, present continuous, and present progressive tenses of some verbs. These are great for differentiating how we might talk about something that's kind of always happening, regular things, and temporary states of being and things that are happening. They're really not that hard to use, but we'll go through them together, and hopefully by the end of the lesson, we'll have a good grasp on them. So, as you can see, when we're talking about the present simple, that's what we're using to talk about things that are regular or usual. So for example, she works in a school. She is a teacher. Jane speaks French and Spanish. It sometimes rains. Okay, so when we look at these examples, we've identified our subject and we've identified the activity and the verb in question. The present simple is the simplest kind of conjugation on them because they're things that are always happening. Always true, basically. You know, if we're talking about Jane, who speaks French and Spanish, she does not stop speaking French or Spanish in the foreseeable future. So we would just say she speaks French and Spanish because at any given time, that it's going to be true. But if we take a look at the present continuous, that is what we would use for things that are happening right now, or things that are temporary sort of circumstances. So let's take a look at some examples. We have, my brother is working in Paris right now. Tom is speaking on the phone right now. It is raining right now. In each of these examples, we've used the word is, like the to be conjugation, with that suffix of ing on the verb in question. So we're talking about who, Tom, what is Tom doing? He's speaking on the phone. But we're using this present continuous conjugation because there is an end in sight. Tom will not be on the phone forever. You know, if your brother is working in Paris on a temporary contract or something, they will not be there forever. It will not rain forever. So we use that present continuous tense to express that something is happening at the moment, but we might not be able to expect it to happen forever. Which is why if you take a look at the bottom here, the following words are not usually used in the present continuous. So things like, hate, love, want, think, or believe, know, mean, remember, understand. You know, we would never say, I am knowing how to speak English. I am liking the sunshine. The fact of the matter is when we use that present continuous tense, you're suggesting that there is a foreseeable end to these things, but these are all words that we're kind of using to describe how we feel about something or how we think about something. And to use the present continuous tense, suggests that that's going to end, and that kind of contradicts why you might be saying it. So you can't, like, when I say not usually, it doesn't mean never, but in kind of everyday conversation, it's a little clunky to use that. So I would avoid that. Now, with the present progressive form, we would use a form of to be and the infinite verb plus the ing suffix. So, you know, if we're talking about a personal pronoun such as I, the verb of to be for that would be am. So I am. In a personal pronoun such as he, she, or it, the singular form of nouns, we would say is. He is, she is, it is, the dog is. And then for personal pronouns of you or we or they, things where I'm either talking to you specifically or talking about a collective of people, that's when we use are. They are, you are, we are, and so that's for the plural form of nouns, basically. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. So here we're going to use the formulas that we've talked about in previous videos to turn these into affirmative statements, negative statements, and questions. So if we're taking a look at the subject I, the verb conjugation of to be would be am. So I am playing. Now, if we're going to turn that into a negative sentiment, we would use that very basic formula where we would say the subject, the verb, add the word not, and then talk about the activity question. So I am not playing. You just add that one word. And then to turn it into question, you just add the verb tense first, and then the subject, and then the activity. And so you would say, am I playing? By switching the am and the I, you immediately turn it into a question. It's really quite simple. Now, if you want to talk about the different subjects we can use, we'll say, he, she, it. So instead of saying am, we would say he is playing. It's not listed here, but if we wanted to negate that, we would just say he is not playing or she is not playing. And if we wanted to turn it into a question, it's the same. You just need to put the is first. So it would be, is he or she playing? Very simple. Lastly, we will take a look at the personal pronoun of you, or the plural nouns of we and they. So it would kind of say, you are playing, you are not playing, are you playing? You can add this with, we. Imagine that just says we are playing, we are not playing, are we playing, are they playing? It's the same formula. You just need to remember your to be conjugations, and then it's really simple once you get that down. Lastly, we're going to talk about some short forms, some contractions we can use. So if we're talking about the affirmative of I am playing, we can just take away the word am out of there and just put I apostrophe M, and it says the same thing. It says I'm. So instead of I am playing, I'm playing. It's a more casual way to speak. It's much more common in everyday kind of conversation. But you need only do that because your formula, as you can see in the negative, stays the same. I am not playing or I'm not playing. For the personal pronouns of he, she, it, singular nouns, where the conjugation of to be is. So instead of saying he is playing, it's the same kind of style as the one before, where you just kind of take off the I, do an apostrophe S, you'd say he's playing. You get the same point across. And then it's the same thing with a negative. He is not playing or he's not playing. The other thing you can say is he isn't playing. That's a contraction of is not. So the contraction is the word not. So here to say he is not playing or he is not playing, they say the same thing. Lastly, we would say we are playing. For that contraction, you just take off the A, but you keep the RE. So the contraction of we are is we're. W-E apostrophe R-E. So we would say we're playing, or we could say we are not playing, we're not playing, or we aren't playing. Aren't is the contraction for are not. So it's the same as isn't, where you conjugate the verb, you have the conjugation of the verb. So the to be would be are or is. And then the not, you push those words together, take the O out, replace it with an apostrophe. And all of a sudden you have a really useful contraction that's very, very commonly, used and heard in everyday kind of conversation. But the formulas are the same. We've talked about this before. Once you get your grasp on the contractions and the to be conjugations, it's really, really easy stuff, guys. I hope you've enjoyed your lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos and hit the bell icon so you can get notifications for all future videos that we make. If you've enrolled in our premium or interactive E-LAN programs, we also invite you to use our learning platform and complete all of your exercises in our virtual library according to your own method. There, our teachers have also chosen some additional resources that can be really, really helpful in your learning process. Once again, thank you so much for choosing E-LAN. We will see you next time.